Hi guys, it's Jen Forster here from Y Fitness Magazine. Welcome to our 5 in 5. That's 5 questions in 5 minutes. Today I'm catching up with local superstar Casey Munro, better known as Munners. But I'm not going to steal his thunder. Casey, tell us, what are you famous for here on the Sunshine Coast?
I'm world famous for being a triathlete. / Sunshine Coast famous. From just recently getting a result here, literally just there down the road, where I got third in the Sunshine Coast 70.3.
Yep, that was just last weekend.
Yeah, so there's been a few interviews and paper articles which have maybe increased my fame. Maybe from 0 to something. I'm not sure. I think there's a few people that are in the Sunshine Coast daily. I'm not sure.
Fantastic. So, how'd you get started? Tell us, how did you get started in triathlon?
So I did triathlon right from a little tack at 10 years old.
Yep. Here or where did you do that?
From Melbourne. So I did that until I was maybe 14 or 15.
Yep.
But in the meantime, I was doing, as like every kid, I was doing every sport I could find. Then when I got to 15, I actually crossed over, not crossed over, but I focused in on just cycling.
Yep.
And I did that professionally until just 2 years ago.
Yep.
And then I stopped that and have gone back to the triathlons. So I had pretty much a 10-year layoff there of triathlons, and I've had to sort of learn how to do all the skills again. And I had the fitness from always doing sport, but I had to learn the ins and outs of triathlon.
Yep, again. So, when you grow up, who do you want to be?
Well, I hope I don't grow too much. More.
How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2", okay.
Yeah.
But who do you want to be when you grow up?
Who do I want to be? Probably Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think he's the greatest. I really love basketball.
Yep.
He's got my lucky number, 23.
Yep.
And he's the greatest ever in my eyes, and I believe he is statistically the greatest basketballer of all time.
Yep.
And I think he's just got an amazing swagger to him.
Yep. So, when you're not doing triathlon, what do you love to do?
Well, coming up here, I've lived on the Sunshine Coast for the last year and a half, and coming from Melbourne, we don't really have a beach culture there. So up here, the beach is fantastic, and I've gotten into the spearfishing.
Yep,
so
spearfishing. That's a little unusual.
Yeah, I head out to the reef there, and sometimes I go around Majimba Island and do a bit of spearfishing.
So tell me, are there really big sharks around Majimba Island? Have you ever seen any?
I saw a shark 2 days ago there.
How big?
Not that, to me it wasn't that big, it was a metre and a half.
That's not that. See, that's big to me.
But
big.
he ducked off pretty quickly. I went to have a look, get a bit closer to him. I've only seen a couple before, and I've always thought if I saw a big one, would I be frightened? But it was actually the opposite. I sort of wanted to go towards him and get a closer look. But he was gone.
That's remarkable.
Straight away. So yeah, there are sharks out there.
Okay, I did swim around Majimba Island in the Majimba Island charity swim, so good to know. The question that we always ask everyone that we interview at Y Fitness Magazine, it's the whole crux of the magazine, and that is why. So why do you do what you do? What's your why?
I suppose the sport I see as it's such a great chance to be able to push yourself mentally and physically. And for me, at the moment, it's just a fantastic way to purely to see what I have in myself. I want to see what boundaries I can push myself, and that comes down to how strict I want to be with my training and everything else, and just seeing how much I can get out of myself within this. And the reason I choose triathlon is that it's a sport that I love is doing. And then the fitness side of it is sort of like an offset of what I like doing. So I suppose and it's 100% just to see what I've got. And that's probably the reason I stopped the cycling. I saw what I had, and then I want to make the top level, and I couldn't make it in cycling now triathlon, so I'm seeing if I can be the Michael Jordan.
Be the Michael Jordan of triathlon. Awesome, guys. There you have it. Our 5 questions in 5 minutes. Thanks, Casey, and see you soon for the next one.